given this vase by Marion's grandma when I last went to Bordeaux. We don't have a lot of space in this apartment and we never buy flowers, but I couldn't refuse to bring such a beautiful item home, so I put a little plant in there. I hope that it likes its new home, and I hope that our little plant would grow and droop down a little bit to complement the design. This vase is actually quite tall and I'm just afraid that somebody would walk by and knock it over. That's why I put some sticky Patafix at the bottom to make it a bit less wobbly. It doesn't move anymore. I also bought this book on my trip to Bordeaux. It is Art by Yasmina Reza. I studied it in high school in preparations for the baccalaureate, the French high school graduation exams, and I was actually asked to talk about it during my French oral exams, and I scored 18 out of 20. It made me really super proud. I didn't even speak French when we arrived here, and I scored 18 out of 20. For reference, Nathan scored 9 out of 20 on his oral exams. You can see why I am so attached to it. But it is also typically the kind of book that I would never know I would like to buy and read for myself, which is why I'm really grateful to have been introduced to it by my high school French teacher, a wonderful woman. Art is a conversation between three friends, but it is so real and raw, it feels intimate, as if I was in the same room as them. I can still remember what was said in class about this book, but reading it again at 24 really gives me a nearly entirely different appreciation. I can relate to it now. Art is hilarious and it is so human, and reading it now feels like reliving the various moments and exchanges I'd actually had. It is the life experience I didn't have in high school and the friendships I hadn't lived that makes this book infinitely more nuanced and makes me understand the characters so much better today, and I hope that you'll get to know them too. I am nearly out of space for my books in this single square on my bookshelf, and this bookshelf is already so heavy it's making the cupboard underneath it buckle. Also, our bedside table has become way too short for our new bed, and this lamp has been left in this broken state for over a year now. I had this in middle school, so hopefully we can change all of that today. We've been burning these small candles from IKEA. They're super cheap. My only complaint is that they don't smell very nice when they're blown off. Candle smoke is supposed to smell good, but these just smell like rancid oil. Anyways, when they're burned out, we would be left with this. Now, normal people would throw this away. But I noticed that there would always be a teeny tiniest bit of wax left over. So what I do is this, and then I have this box over here to collect all of these tiny bits. I also got these big chunks from the larger candles that we've burnt up, and now that I have a box full of leftover wax, I think we're gonna make new candles out of them today. Okay, first I'm gonna go melt these in the microwave. This is my first time making candles at home, but from the tutorials that I've watched, it doesn't look to be very hard. I hope that I don't burn anything down. It's gonna be fine. Today is the 14th of February. It is Valentine's Day. We haven't planned on doing anything special, just a cozy dinner at home as usual. But I am on my way to buying some nice chocolate. Any occasion is good excuse to treat yourself. Bonjour. I got us these 2 chocolate bars. I believe that the one on the left should be with caramelized pecan and coffee from Guatemala, and the other one has got salted caramel and crispy almonds. I've also got us these 2 Alhambra. It is the house's signature chocolate. It's got candied orange peel and hazelnut. It is about my favorite chocolate of all time, so I cannot wait to have these after dinner. This one first. Salted caramel.
Serious challenge for Putin's regime and military. So if you feel like your partner is surrounding yourself with people that you don't think are investing in your partner's success,
it is my first time making a pissaladière. I found a recipe for it while going through my thick cookbook the other day. The exact version that we're gonna try to make today is called une pichat de menton since it's got tomato in it. I hope that everything's gonna go well. It's really good. It's so simple and everything is cheap.
Somehow tastes of Nice.
Yeah, it tastes of Nice.
My thing is, it's similar to
Thiel.
yeah.
But Thiel is from Sète. I've been crocheting these granny squares for a bit over 2 months now. I only make a few of them every week. It does take a bit longer since I have to change yarns a few times, but hopefully I'll get a nice sweater out of them by the end. Right when I thought that winter was over, it got cold again. Not that I'm complaining, just that I'll have to wait a little bit longer to bring my plants outside. In the meantime, I have decided to name them after French writers I hated studying in school. This is Zola. It is an apple tree that I planted this month. If you are into very long, descriptive depiction of miserable lives, Zola is the man for you. Balzac, for a dreary look into 19th century Parisian high society. Balzac came from the same apple as Zola. Voltaire actually said a lot of interesting things, just a bit hard to understand and appreciate in the historical context of before and during the Age of Enlightenment. Voltaire is a lychee tree that I planted in December. Finally, I planted Hugo around the same time as Voltaire. I like keeping plants in pairs so that they feel less lonely. And no, I didn't enjoy reading Les Miserables at 13. And I named this little one Cohen after one of Marion's unironic favorite author. Luckily, I didn't have to read Belle du Seigneur in high school. snow has stopped and I wanted to show you my new hoodie. It is so soft and warm and I love the colors, and it is also merch from Victoria Lee. I have become a complete fan since the last time I talked about them just a month ago. My favorite song is Autre part. I broke down crying in ugly tears the first time I heard it. It took me by surprise and it hit hard. It makes me feel so seen and understood, and it puts words onto feelings I couldn't describe. And it's those wounds I thought I healed. And I know that it won't get played on their next concert in April, but I'm still so excited to go see them. And even if I weren't such a big fan of Victoria Lee, we should still agree that this is one hella cute hoodie.